Hi, friends. I am Sheryl Euling, and I am the founder of Tech Coach for Tutors at Tech Tutor Innovate. And I am happy that you have found me. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my coaching program and a little bit about my history as an educator and also how I became to be a tech coach and let you know that I really truly am a tutor. That is something that I really do. So I taught in public schools for many years. I had a great experience, but I just kind of got to that point in my life where I was like, this maybe has become something that I don't fit into this anymore. And so I knew it was time to make a change. And so I left. Very scary, very frightening. So if that was you or is you, just rest assured that things are going to be okay. And I can tell you that if you work as hard as you did in your classroom on your business, it can be nothing but a success. So I left and I didn't really know for sure what I wanted to tutor. I'm an elementary fifth grade teacher. And I was like, I'm good at everything. You're in the classroom and you're like, well, I could do it all. I can teach art. I can teach reading. I can teach math. I can, teach kids how to write. I can do all of it. And I started out really helping children with math. But then I found a lot of frustration in doing that, and people were requesting reading services. So I dove into the reading. I've done a lot of background research on that and continued my education. And that's kind of where it's exploded from. So now I really support kids in reading. But my journey started in the tutoring world at the time of the pandemic. And my nieces need a little bit extra help. And so my sister, who lives in Colorado, said, can you help me? And at that time, I'd never taught online. I didn't really know how to use Zoom. I was familiar with Google Meet just because I've used it a few times. Prior to that, I'd gotten a couple of Google certifications and for educators, or I completed my first one. I was working on my second one. I was like, yeah, I can do that. And so it was pretty successful. She decided to take her kids to an in-person learning pod in their area where a homeschooling family was supporting them. And I was like, yeah, you go for it. So, but it got my feet into the world of tutoring. And I'm like, hey, I kind of like this. So I applied and was accepted to a national company here in the United States, worked for them for the last 2 years of my teaching degree. And, excuse me, my teaching degree, my teaching time. Let's make sure I already have my teaching degree, my teaching time at the public schools. And then decided when I left, I was like, okay, do I go get a job or do I tutor? And that's how the tutoring came up. And at first I was meeting in person and I was driving to everyone's home. Well, in the great state of Nebraska, if you're not in Omaha or Lincoln or, a larger city, North Platte or Lexington, you're traveling. You have to travel. So I was eating up a lot of time traveling, and of course, a lot of money and gas and supplies, physical things to take. And so I just had to really stop and think, what is this doing for me? Is this, it's enriching the lives of others, but I'm spending an awful lot of time on the road. And I'm using a lot of resources. I can streamline this. I'm going to go back to what I was doing working for that company. And I had to really wrap my head around that. So I do have to let you know that I have a couple of ways that I can support you. The first thing that I have is I have a kind of a step-by-step program already created. And it is at midwesttutor.com. Let me pull that page up for you so that you can take a quick. Okay, here it is. All right. So this is my blog page at midwesttutor.com. And when you go up here and it says become a tutor, learn strategies that you can implement as you plan your own tutoring business, you're going to hop into that system that I have created for you. And you'll see my welcome video. And then you right now, and I'm going to leave it at $99. And I think I'm going to come in and just take this part off. I was going to increase the price to $225, but I've just decided that since it's a stagnant program, that $99 is probably where it's going to stay. So when you come down here, you're going to have access to these modules. You can purchase these modules individually, or you can get them as a group. Okay. So I have some videos that support you. You're entering the tutoring world. Now what? Deciding between in-person and online tutoring, teaching bag or tech tools, narrowing your niche, steps to scheduling and running a tutoring session, how to use a Google Meet and other Google tools for teaching online as an example for your own online teaching, websites and blogging to get noticed and get students, choosing your curriculum and teaching tools, using social media to get your message out and gain clients, billing and marketing plans, can a podcast grow your business, using Facebook Meta Planner to grow your audience. And then if you purchase the entire $99 worth of the program, then you get a free power hour with me. But some people are wanting to do more with that, I guess. And so I've been listening and I've been hearing, and there's lots of questions out there. There's questions about like, I am very good at teaching, and you are. You really are. You're a good teacher. That's why you're doing this. But you don't know how to manage your scheduling, or you don't know how to figure out you want to front load your lessons and you can't figure it out. So I also have a coaching program that's free, and that might be what you want, where we just meet once a month, and we are going to be talking mainly about Google systems. Okay. And the reason I'm going to really speak to that is that is what I use. So those systems would be Google Meet, your Google Calendar, Google Classroom, YouTube, and then scheduling on your Google Calendar, and then showing you ways to send out that billing. And that part's free, but you only get me once a month for free. Okay. Then if you want to dive further and you're like, I just need some one-on-one sessions, I do offer power hours, but I will also create a package for you based on what you need. But in order for me to really tailor those systems for you, I have a form that you need to fill out, because, we can meet, we can talk, but I really want you to think through things. So I will pull that form up for you to look at as well. This form is pretty simple. It's just done in Google Forms, which is another thing I can teach you how to use. And I'll just pull it up so that you can kind of see it. I do collect your email so that I can send you any information. That's something that I do need. I request your name and the name of your business, what the focus of your business is. I ask you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. How confident are you with technology? Pardon me. Have you used an online conference system to teach before? If yes, what system or systems are you familiar with? Are you familiar with cloud services such as OneDrive or Google Drive for saving and sharing documents? Have you used an online whiteboard before to teach or communicate online? Have you used Google Classroom, Canva, or Schoology, or some other management system before? Name the system that you've used for managing your online class if you've used one. What goals do you have that you'd like support with? What questions do you have? List your website if you have one. I would love to see your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, etc. pages if you're willing to share. And are you available during the day to attend coaching sessions? And that's really all I need to have from you to really kind of direct my coaching with you. And very much like when I'm working with a student, I always do an assessment first. And this is basically my assessment. And if I can't meet your needs, I'm going to let you know that. So there's a couple things that you can do. You can, again, go back and look at my MidwestTutor.com coaching page. You can fill out my form. You can DM me for the form. And then the other thing that I didn't share with you, which I should have, I will pull that up, is my Tech Tutors page. Why? So going back to the Midwest Tutor page, when you get in here, you're going to, again, be greeted with my page. And then you're just going to come up here to the Tech Coach for Tutors page. And that will lead you over to my information here. And just, again, introducing myself. You can go over and check me out on my Instagram page. You can sign up for invitations. Our next chat is here. I am looking for 5 volunteers that want to help me learn and play around with my new whiteboard tool. And then you can fill that out. And then if you're looking to learn more about tutoring business and you want to join us at the SOAR 2 conference, you can leave us a reply. I would love to hear from you. And then a recent chat that I'd had with Audrey Codner on 2 Tutors Talking. So those are some other things that I provide you with, and ways to get in touch with me. So I hope that this has been helpful to you, to give you an introduction to what exactly I am doing here at Tech Coach for Tutors, at Tech Tutor Innovate on Facebook, Instagram, and then Tutoring with Sheryl on YouTube. You guys go make it a great day, and be sure to reach out to me if you have any questions.